Hey beautiful people, I'm Juliet and I'm so excited because I have the most exciting announcement. I am pregnant. I am actually 13 weeks pregnant today. I am so excited and I do know the gender. It is a boy. So we are having a beautiful baby boy. I'm so excited. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about my first trimester pregnancy. I would love to share my experience with pregnancy and all of that with you guys. I really want to be active, mainly because I wanted to be able to look back at these, whatever you call them, little vlogs, little updates, whatever. I want to be able to look back at them and like remember my pregnancy. So that's mainly why I'm doing it. But also I love YouTube. You guys already know this if you are subscribed to my channel. I'm so sorry, I literally never post. Main reason is because it's just extremely time consuming to produce videos, at least of the quality that I like to produce videos. Anyway, but recently I'm like, man, I really want to be able to kind of video journal this experience and also involve other people, maybe grow a community of moms who are either going through this or who can give some advice or just whatever. But I wanted to kind of share my experience with my first trimester because I'm just about almost coming out of it. So I am gonna have to take a lot of breaks because my biggest symptom right now is fatigue. I found out I was pregnant November 12th. I found that I was pregnant when I was 3 weeks and 3 days or something like that. So very early. I feel like I've been in this first trimester for forever. But it's finally kind of turning a page. My first trimester was extremely difficult. I literally hit rock bottom, but I know other women have had it worse. I didn't have everyday morning sickness, and a lot of women struggle with that. But mainly when I found out, I was not feeling any symptoms until I was about 5.5 weeks. So the first 2 weeks were like blissful. I'm pregnant, nobody knows about it. My husband and I were kind of enjoying knowing between just us two. Basically, that story is hilarious because it was November 12th. I had a super long day at school. If you didn't already know, I am a full-time theater and choir teacher as well as a theater director after school. So my days are very, very long, very, very long hours. I teach and then I stay after school and do productions. So it's a lot of work. So this is one of the days where my kids had a performance. So our call time was a little bit earlier, but I think I was 12 DPO. I kind of had a feeling I was pregnant. I don't know. I just kind of knew that I was pregnant and I was going to wait until after I missed my period. But then I decided, let me just take a test. If anything, I'll see a faint line. I know people that test at 9 DPO or 10 DPO. So I'm like, I mean, some positive tests come early. Maybe that'll happen with me if I am pregnant. And again, I kind of just like in my bones, I'm like, I'm pregnant. Like there was just some things that were happening in my body that I was just like, I think I'm pregnant. I think I'm pregnant. My husband is amazing and he wakes up early with me every morning. Even though he works from home, he likes to get his day started with me before I leave for work. So he got up early and I was like, today is like the day where you should stay back because I want to take a test and we're in the bathroom like together, like getting ready. So finally I asked him to do something for me in the kitchen, I can't remember, and I just quickly like closed the bathroom and I was like, I need to use the restroom, please don't come in, like whatever. So he's like, okay. So I take a quick test. So in the video you can see I'm like barely talking because he's outside, and I took a little strip test because I didn't want to take a digital test if there was no line on the strip test. So there was a line on the strip test, obviously, and I was running late at that point. So I was like, I'm just going to take the digital pregnancy test. I'm gonna put it in my pocket and I'll look at it at work because I was really running late. So that's what I did. I have to commute about 12 to 15 minutes to work every day. So I was like refusing to look at it on the drive because if it was positive like I thought it was because there was a faint line, I wanted to be able to soak in the moment. I didn't want to be driving. So I was like, I'll just wait. Dropped my camera right when I pulled up to work. And at that point, it was the time that I needed to be there. So I needed to kind of just go inside. But I was like, let me just see. And she said pregnant, and I have the test right here, pregnant test. And as you can probably tell, I lost my mind. I literally lost my mind. And I was like, this is crazy, but I had to go to work. Like, I wish I could have enjoyed that a little bit more, but it's fine, honestly. It was perfectly fine. So at that point, I called my best friend, Abby. I felt so blessed because honestly, I know that pregnancy is so hard for other women, and I was so blessed that God blessed us with this gift. And I was like, I didn't really know how to feel about it at first. It felt very unreal. It almost didn't feel like real life. It was just like something that I knew had happened, but I didn't feel much. I think I was in a state of shock. I didn't cry. I didn't anything. I just kind of was like, okay. And a lot of it was also the adrenaline of I have to get to work, I'm late. So I show up to work and I just act completely normal, and I have the pregnancy test on my pocket the entire day. So I kept touching it and like kind of pinching myself by like touching my pocket and like feeling my pocket. And then I got home, I told my husband, and that's also a video I'll be posting. Is very sweet. He was very excited, but we were both in shock. I don't know, it just literally was the most like God-fearing moment, while also being so grateful that the Lord spoke to you about this and that you heard him, and that, you know, it happened. Like when you see like the promise fulfilled, it's crazy. We went to Orlando and we surprised our family. And that's another video I'll post. But honestly, at that point, it became very real. That weekend, as I was in Orlando, I started to feel very tired and like nauseous. No throwing up, just very nauseous. So I started feeling symptoms at 5.5 weeks. And then from that point, it literally went downhill. I hated every food. Literally, the thought of food alone was the worst thought ever, and it was literally a battle just to eat because I would gag through pretty much everything, but it was the only thing that would make me feel kind of normal for about an hour and a half before I had to literally start thinking about when I was gonna eat next. For me and like my journey, snacking didn't really help. At that point, I was also working on a show and a production, so I was having late nights. It was very difficult for me to go through my first trimester as I was working, but mainly the things was I didn't have any food cravings and I had all the food aversions. So literally food alone was my aversion. My body just felt sick all the time. I was extremely tired. My husband was extremely helpful. He still is extremely helpful. I don't know how I could have done my first trimester without my husband. Honestly, I don't even want to know. But he was pretty much doing everything around the house. I couldn't even cook because I would gag through everything. It was just really tough. However, once I hit 11.5 weeks to 12 weeks, I started to feel normal, and I have been feeling normal since, which has been a huge gift. I still don't love all foods, so I'll show you guys my belly now. This is what I look like. This is me at 13 weeks. I wish I could show you a little bit further. This is him. He's alive and active, all right? But yeah, that is my journey with pregnancy so far. I'm growing and learning about myself a lot, and learning about what my body can do, learning about how strong I really am, and just learning about how much I need Jesus in this season, because I need him in every season, but there's something about I'm about to care for another person and they're gonna be fully dependent on me, that just has allowed me to see how much God loves us and wants to take care of us because we are his children. So it's really been beautiful. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really excited to share this with you guys, and I hope that you guys come along for the journey of motherhood. If you guys would like to follow along, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I can't promise you I'm going to be super consistent with specific videos because again, it takes a long time, but I will be posting a lot of shorts, and the bigger updates I'll probably post videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.